Hey, good evening. It is Pastor Nick, and I have been invited back to Winning in the Word, so I am. I've been doing Winning in the Word so long. I've been invited back. I'm so excited to share out this. What is all going to see everybody on public. The audio is gone. It looks like the audio is working. Can you hear me? Audio is gone. Okay. Oh, how bad is it? Real bad. You know, people are around us. I don't see any people on focus. Oh, we got one person on. Maybe that's me watching me. Hold on. That was pretty good. All right. We're good now. Okay, you said we're good now. Annie's on. How does it sound now, Annie? Okay, we got one person decided to join tonight to hear us talk about nutrition. Nobody wants to talk about nutrition. That's okay, Annie. We'll just have this show just for us. Oh, Ron Holmes is all right, Pastor Ron. Good to see you, sir. Amen. Better. Okay, the audio is better. Listen, we're going to do this show right now. My wife has just added she's been doing a lot of juicing, which is really, really good for vitamins, for nutrition, and minerals. But what we want to do is we're going to do a twofold show. Number one, we're going to do a show that talks about why it's important to get the right balance of vitamins, minerals, nutrition, water, all those things in your body. And then for the next show, next week, we want to show you a really easy way to do it. I got Annie on here. I'll just use Annie as an example. She really doesn't like vegetables, right? She doesn't like certain things. So Annie, what we're going to do is show you a way that you can still get all of those great vegetables, all of that great nutrition that you need. And it will be good. And it will taste good in your life. I don't know what's going on. Try leaving and returning. Okay. All right. I'll leave. I'll be right back, y'all. Jeremiah, you take over for me. All right. Jeremiah's there. Looks like I'm better. Is that any better, Jeremiah? Annie? Are we any better? Hallelujah. Y'all there? Okay. I don't know if I'm in or not. Okay. He says we're back and we're good. All right. I think maybe we lost some of our audience. Anyway, we want to go through tonight and we want to talk about nutrition. Okay. So we want to start off talking about, I guess it really all comes down to the soil, right, Fran? The agriculture. If we can get to the slide. So the agriculture and science basically say they've known for a long time that our food and the minerals in our food have been being depleted, right? And it's all around modern farming and the way they farm. Why? So basically what we're saying now is if we eat the same amount of fruits and vegetables that we used to eat, we would get less nutrition into our body. And why is that?
It's because, like you were saying, it's because of the modern farming techniques.
Right.
And a lot of the breeders want to make more money.
Right.
So they're sacrificing size for nutrition.
Right.
And they even color our food and put all types of and make it look pretty.
Right.
So they can sell.
How about the pesticides?
Oh, Forgot about that.
Yeah.
The pesticides, which a lot of people are allergic to,
Right.
and that's causing a lot of problems too as well.
Right. So one of the things we need to understand too about vitamins and nutrition when it comes to our bodies is it really prevents, when we're getting the right amount of vitamins, we're getting the right amount of nutrition into our bodies, it prevents infections and it prevents diseases. Matter of fact, when you eat the full range of vitamins and minerals that you need in your body, it will help you build your immune system, right?
Yes. A lot of times people, we're going to the doctor, this is hurting, that's hurting.
Right.
And you go to the doctor, you think you need to go to the doctor, when really the problem is we're not getting the right amount of vitamins we need for our bodies to function properly.
Right.
And it causes all types of diseases, diabetes, strokes, cancer, MS, all types of things. Can
you talk to us a little bit about the different vitamin groups? That's where I always get confused, like vitamin A and vitamin B. And I mean, do we need to eat all of these different vitamins? Because I take pills. My wife doesn't like that I take vitamin pills. She thinks I should do her juicing, and I am going to do that. But for right now, because of COVID and what's going on, I take a lot of vitamin D, I take a lot of zinc, and I take a lot of vitamin C.
Well, the problem is with that, that's why we have to go to the doctor, see the physician, and have our blood tested. Because the blood will tell you what type of vitamins you need.
Right.
You don't need the same thing I need.
Okay.
So it's not just smart to just take a bunch of vitamins.
Right.
Because you may be getting too much of one or the other. So that's why I go to the doctor. They tell me what I need. For us getting them over the counter, they'll even tell you which brands not to buy because they're basically got a lot of fillers.
Right.
They're not as good as what God has given us. Plants and celery and carrots and all those things.
So as I look at the chart, every food group seems to have a different vitamin that we need. So like if you're eating carrots and things like that, it's group A. If you need vitamin B9, that's avocados and strawberries. So it really kind of shows in the chart why we need to really eat a real well-rounded diet. And also eating a well-rounded diet helps us do what? Control our weight, right?
That's right.
So if we eat good, if we eat the right food groups, right, and we look at it that way, we don't realize that it will, by eating, not eating, it'll help us lose weight. I actually went today and I was getting some clothes for our vacation, and I'm actually down to a size 40 waist. I'm down to a size 40. At my very high, I was a 52. I had been at a 48 for a long time, and now I'm all the way down to a 40. So I'm down to a 50 suit, which I was a 56 suit at one time. So, and all of that has been through just really balancing out how I eat. I haven't done a lot with a diet, as you know. I don't diet. I eat a little bit better portions and things like that. But when you look at it, one of the things that really helped me and my wife a lot was a thing called the Richard Simmons diet. And some of y'all may not know about the Richard Simmons diet, but it was called Deal a Meal. And what Deal a Meal did that was so really great, and I think we need to bring it back, is you would have this folder of these cards, and everything that you ate, you took out a card. And you had to take it from each of the different food groups, right? So like right here on the chart, we have the different fruit groups. We have fruits, we have vegetables, we have enriched carbohydrates. So you have all the different food groups that you need to eat from. But what Deal a Meal did was it helped us learn portions and how to eat all the different food groups.
That's one of the biggest problems too in America now. We really don't know what a serving really is. I mean, pasta, a serving of pasta is 16 strands. 16 strings.
Yes. Pasta,
A pasta. Yeah. That's a serving.
Right.
A bread is one piece of bread.
Right.
Rice, just a handful, your hand.
Right.
That's it. And when we sit down, we're eating 3 and 4 servings.
At a time. That's right. Yeah, especially today, because especially in America, everybody wants to load up your plate, right? Yeah. Another thing that eating a proper diet does is it improves your mental health. It's another big thing, your mental health, your ability to retain, your ability to remember, your moods, right? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling down? Are you feeling anxiety, right? A lot of these feelings and these emotions that we get come from eating bad diets.
Food and too much sugar. Sugar pick you up,
right?
And then it drops you down.
Right. Yeah, and it's also when it comes to eating the good food groups, when it comes to our children, right? So it's good for our kids' growth. So as we think about, Pastor Frannie, again, like I said, next week we're going to really get into juicing. Good for the health, good for your kids, good for their growth. One thing we're going to do as part of next week's show as well is we are going to literally do a blind taste test at our church with the juice. You're going to get to see all the fruits and all the vegetables Pastor Frannie puts in. And what are some of the things that you juice?
Everything under the sun.
Everything. Carrots, celery. I'm going to get an entire green leaf juice for Annie. And I'm gonna blind taste test her, and I'm gonna get one with broccoli and cauliflower and turnips, and we're gonna have everything in there that she needs, and we're gonna blind taste test her. And I promise you, Miss Annie, you'll love it. And here's the great thing: you only have to do it about 3 times a week, right? Yes. And you'll get all the vitamins and all the minerals. But we're really doing this a lot. We're talking to you today about it a lot, but really it's about our children. It's really about the kids. Because I'm telling you, man, when we were growing up, my grandma cooked for us. A lot of your grandmothers cooked for you. Our kids today, I'm just telling you, if you count how many times you turn into a fast food restaurant and you get processed food, I promise you, these kids are not eating well. They're just not.
And the foods that they are getting
right
at the fast food is processed food. Is food that's it's not really the definition of food.
Right.
And for their growth, reason why these children we really got to get them into the juicing is because I'm finding out that's why our children have the ADD.
Right.
It's just so much sugar.
Yeah, all these things they tell you about your kid being active. It's all the sugar.
There's another one.
It's all the sugar. We're going to show you something about sugar that's going to blow you away in a minute. Yes. But here's another thing that eating the right food groups will do for you and doing this juicing. For those who got skin and hair issues, right? Actually, if y'all notice, my little bald spot has been growing back a little bit, right? It's been going away. I've been drinking Pastor Frannie's juice, and man, it's coming back. So it will help you with your skin, your skin color. It'll help you with your glow. It will help you if you have acne. Get rid of it. I got some little bumps that are coming up, and I'm gonna do the juicing. I'm gonna take pictures for you guys, and we'll see how it works. We just really believe that it will help. Because when you look at in America, we have a thing called the Standards American Diet, or known as SAD, and it is sad because Americans' diet is just terrible. You probably think think of foods, when you think of an American diet, you think of foods like hamburgers, hot dogs, and all of that. Spaghetti. But there's a lot of really interesting statistics about Americans, and we want to give you some of those today. And I know it doesn't apply to all of you, but just hear us out, man. This is something, again, I believe God has put on our hearts. This is why we're talking about it. We really think that it can do a lot for you, for your health, but also do a lot for your children.
I want to make a correction. Yep. I think it is mostly all of us. You're going to see by the statistics here. Right. We're really not getting any nutrition that we need. Not hardly any of it. Yeah.
So let me give you some fast food statistics real quick. Many Americans, right, eat a lot of fast food. It was determined that 1 in 4 of them consume fast food daily. 1 in 4 Americans consume fast food daily. There was a time in my life, my kids could come on the show, my wife could tell you, that my back seat of my car, from the floorboards to the seat, would be filled with Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. I would consume fast food every day, all day. I met in McDonald's for breakfast. I met in Burger King for lunch. I met at Wendy's in the afternoon, met back at Burger King at 9 o'clock at night. I ate fast food every single day. Is that true?
Yes. And the more you eat it, the more you crave it.
And it's like an addiction. Yep. In a year, the average American eats roughly 3 pounds of sugar a day. Think about that for a minute. In America, right, the average American eats roughly 3 pounds of sugar each week. Totaling 130 pounds annually. That means that the average person on this broadcast right now eats 3 pounds of sugar a week. I want to show you what that looks like. This is 3 pounds of sugar. This is my wife's juicing bowl. Vitamix. Now I want to show you all this. Just take a look at this. This is what you eat every day. Lord. Is this a week or a day?
A week.
This is every week. The average American eats that much sugar. Take a look at that. Every week. You want to know why you're sick? You want to know why you're dying?
Tired.
You want to know why you're tired? Look at that.
How many a month?
That means 4 of these. 4.3 of these a month. 4.3 of these a month.
And then we say, I don't know how I'm gaining weight. I didn't eat anything. And what it is, the problem is the carbs.
Right, the processed food, which we're going to talk about.
Right.
Americans also rely heavily on processed foods to the point that these make up nearly 70% of our diet. You know, a lot of times you hear people talk about these commercials where we'll go to Subway sandwiches and it's healthier than McDonald's. I don't know that it is because all of that meat are processed food. Listen to this, around 58% of an American diet of the average American's calories will come from processed foods every day. Over 58%, almost 60% of your calories come from processed foods. Processed foods have tons of sugar in it. The average American eats too much red meat. They eat too many low quality carbs, and they also consume way too much saturated fat. Saturated fat comes in your French fries, comes in your fried chicken. I'm not going to go in that kitchen and get what my wife had today for lunch. She made me turn around and go get it. She had her little splurge day today. But I had the juice. Right. But I'm telling you, man, we eat so bad. The average American diet doesn't contain enough plants. Matter of fact, a study shows that 9% of Americans reach the recommended intake of vegetables. Only 9%. Only 9% of Americans are getting the recommended intake when it comes to vegetables. So see, Annie, don't feel bad. All of us suffer from this. We really do. Only 13% meet the recommendations when it comes to vegetables. And vegetables aren't bad, right?
No, fruits.
Right, fruits and vegetables,
yeah. This is it's just so dear to me because I just know people really don't understand how we get to this.
Right.
How we get to all the sugar. Well, it's the bad carbs. It's the rice. It's the things that we think are good. The pasta, just all corn. And it's the worst thing for us.
Right.
It's the worst thing for us.
But what you're saying is, I'm hearing you say is don't stop eating the things you love.
Right.
Cut it back a little bit.
Yes.
Right.
And it would cause you to when you juice.
Right. And then use the juice to at least start getting, see what happens when you juice, guys, is the good stuff starts going in. And now your body starts liking the way that feels versus the way that the bad stuff feels.
Right.
And then what ends up happening is the more you juice, the more you cut out the bad things. And then you start to become more and more healthy. And man, this is for all of us. I'm telling you, man, this is for all of us. Yeah. You know, a study revealed that nearly 1/3 of Americans consume at least one sweetened or sugary beverage daily. Think about that, how retarded that or how off that statement is. People consume, I go to lunch with people. Do you have sweet tea? What do you think sweet tea is? It's sugar water. It's sugar water. Oh, or you have a diet soda. There's nothing worse than a diet soda.
Amen.
right? That's one thing I love about Leroy. Everywhere I go, Leroy orders water. I've never seen this man drink a beverage out ever. That's one thing you could do right off the bat. Change that tomorrow. Just everywhere when you go to eat, stop ordering drink. Have water.
You lose weight.
Oh yeah.
For that.
Oh, it's huge.
So much sugars in drinks.
And then we do such a poor job of getting proper water intake.
Because we're drinking a sweet drink every time we eat.
Right.
We want something sweet.
Right.
So you're not getting water again.
Right. And another thing this will do too, guys, is that, if you take a lot of medication, it'll help with some of that as well. But the greatest value you're going to get from it is, man, it will absolutely begin to make you feel a lot better. Yes. Let's look at water real quick. Drinking pure water, it says here, is very important. Right. But here's the deal. Studies have found that 43% of adults consume less than 4 cups of water a day. That's almost half of the adults consume 4 cups a day. Over 50% of kids and teens don't drink enough water every day. And 25% of kids don't even drink water. Don't even drink. 25% of kids do not drink water on a daily basis. Man, buy some water. You know what, parents, man, I'll tell you, the greatest thing you can do for your house? Subscribe to Zephyr Hills Water, whatever. I know it's a monthly bill. This is a monthly bill worth it. Subscribe to a water service. Matter of fact, you don't have to do that. Buy your container. And when you go buy the 5-gallon jugs, add up your kids in the house, how many kids you have, show them how many ounces that is, and make everybody a deal. If they consume all that one whole jug in a week, they get this, whatever it is. I mean, because, when you have that big jug up there, you measure it, right? And you see it going down. So it can be a fun way to get your children focused on drinking water. Water is another big part of this, right? Huge. So
it flushes out the toxins and things and the waste in the body.
Right. So let us tell you a little bit about next week's show. First of all, we just wanted this to be a little bit eye-opening to you. It was very eye-opening to me. So I hope it's eye-opening to you. On next week's show, what we want to do is our next month's show. Thank you. You could have just said that. You can correct me. It's okay. On next month's show, which will be September, sometime in September, first Friday in September. What we are going to do is we are going to walk you through the entire juicing process. Kind of like we did with couponing. We're going to go shopping. We're going to buy all the stuff. We'll film it. We're going to come here to the house. We're going to film Pastor Frannie making the actual juices. We're going to go to the church. We're going to have Miss Annie try some. We're going to give her 3 different juices. Let her try them. See if she can figure out which one is the juicer. The juice, yeah. And I believe she's going to love it. I think this is going to be life transforming for a lot of people. I really do. But we're going to do it we're going to do it in our children's church. So that way you guys can see that your kids will love it.
Our grandkids love it.
Our grandkids love it. It's something actually that we may even, once we get upstairs done, incorporate into Wednesday night services. So in other words, we'll have a big juice bar for the kids. So at least one day a week, we as a church, or maybe even Wednesdays and Sundays, if we can get the vitamins in them for you or help you with that 2 days a week, and it's a way the church can help, maybe that's something we could do. But man, we're going to really, really do this. We're going to do it. Another thing we're going to do, we're going to provide you the links to buy we're going to get the machine. We're ordering the machine. We're going to unpack it. We're going to show you how easy it is to set up, how easy it is to clean up, because there's a lot of myths about this stuff. We're going to show you how all of this works. We'll give you the link where to buy it. We'll show you how we buy the stuff. We'll show you the cost. A lot of people say, oh, it's so expensive. No, it's not. And you only really got to do it, about twice a week? So they did it 2 times a week. They could do it one day for 3 days. Right? So you make enough juice in one. Yeah, you make a pitcher like this big.
Yeah, last you.
And that'll last you at least 2 days. You don't have to do it every day neither. And it's great, man. You give it to them in the morning, or you give it to them before they go to bed, right?
I give it. give the girls snacks. I give them chips and a thing of juice, and they can't even. I give it to them with the snacks.
Yeah,
I eat it with a sandwich, just like I'm getting juice if I brought it at a store.
Yeah, but listen, we're really excited. Thank you for joining tonight. I hope this has been informative. We hope that it's helped you. It's Pastor Frannie's passion. She loves it. So she's going to take you step by step on September the 3rd, on Friday, September the 3rd. Invite all your friends. Like I said, we'll have a link where you can, we'll get you connected to order the juicer. We'll take you and show you how we buy all the stuff. We'll put the prices together. We're going to do some real live taste tests as well. And hopefully you'll like it and you'll get involved. We love you. We love you. We love you. Join us again Friday, September the 3rd, as we get to the heart of the matter when it comes to our vitamins and our minerals that are going into our body and juicing. Amen. We love you. We love you. We love you. We'll see you on Sunday at church, or maybe tomorrow for those of you that come to the church. For those of you who don't, thank you so much for joining tonight. Share it out. Subscribe in our channel. Like us on Facebook. All those things help out. If you go on Facebook and like us, we'll send out a little alert to you. Thank you so much for joining. Until next month, Pastor Nick, Pastor Frannie saying, enjoy life.